All right, so now that we've moved into the realm of QHHT, this is from Sandy. Have you experienced a session where the SC became emotional?
Hmm. Oh, I know where that's coming from. Um, yeah, because we always say, oh, the SC is not emotional, and if they are emotional, that's a conscious mind coming in there, things like that. Um, it's not common. I mean, usually, if that's exactly what I just said, that's what's happening. The
That's why I
conscious
had to
mind.
sit here and go,
Now,
am I?
yeah, the higher self is because they're seeing everything from a different perspective, and it's this big picture perspective. And emotions are there's love, but it's a different way that everything is seen. It's seen like, okay, well, this is why this is happening. Well, what's the big deal? It's that kind of a thing.
Yeah,
So it doesn't have the emotions that we're so attached to all these things. So it's usually if emotions are coming in, that means you've hit
the
something that's very, very
spot on for the client. Yeah,
exactly, and
yeah,
they're and
because
they're and they and they'll come up. Their conscious mind is moving. It's I draw a
yeah,
picture in level 2 where I show how close that conscious mind is to that. When you're making contact, and it's sitting right there. And sometimes if you ask the right question, a very personal one, that conscious mind is going to bop its head up, and that sometimes it'll be very personal questions, and that's where you might have emotions.
yeah, and I've had that before, but it wasn't the higher self with the emotions. It was
Yeah.
it was the critical or the conscious
Hmm.
version of them that was having, and the higher self was clarifying
Yes.
that, like if it was you, Julia, the higher self would be saying, Julia's responding to or having an emotional reaction to this right now. Oh, okay. Do we want to? So they're even talking to me about the emotional response. And I've had that happen. But yeah, it's usually coming from the third dimension
Yeah,
um
it's coming
part.
from the consciousness, from the conscious mind part, because that's where the emotions are.
Yeah.
That they're what's the word I keep trying to find here? But anyway,
Yeah.
you hit something, and that's why it's okay. You hit a
Yeah, it
button.
was a trigger of some sort and it
Right.
needed to be released.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Next question, please, darling. Still continuing with QHHT. This is from Juliet. When in a QHHT session, I went to a dark void. The
Okay.
practitioner moved me to a next life. I feel the need to know what is that void? Is it bad or good? What
Oh,
is the void?
yeah. Well, there is no bad. Everything is good. It's all love, and it's all something. Um, I don't know what level this practitioner is or was. And I'm not going to speak, I think, but is always learning and everything. The void is something, and sometimes it's a gateway to something else. So that's why if you can just travel through that void, you can find out because sometimes it goes to someplace really, really cool. And so I would like to see practitioners explore the void and see what they can find. Not be. Sometimes they think, oh, it's nothing, and they just move you out. And so it's like this is where we try
I
to teach.
remember as a practitioner in the earlier years, if my client went, I'm not seeing anything, it's just black. That's a scary thing.
It is. Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, I'm here to help this person, and they're also seeing is black. And then I think it was a level 2,
Yeah.
and also communicating with you about that and on the forum, talking about it on the forum. There is a lot of information on the forum about this, by the way. If anybody runs into it, go to the forum. If you're a practitioner, you know what I'm talking about, but this is a resource for practitioners. There is a whole lot on there about the void. But yeah, once I figured out how to get them through that void and the darkness.
Well, how to not be afraid of it, because that's why
Yeah.
we teach about it in level 2, is so that you won't be afraid, because that's your typical reaction is, and you do that, then the client does that, and everybody's freaking out, oh my gosh, it's nothing, and then
Yeah.
yeah.
And and most often blackness, the more that I've learned about it, the more excited I got when people actually went there because it's where creation happens. And
Exactly.
so if they're in creation, then it's actually kind of showing you how powerful, how big, how expanded you are
That's what
because
I'm
you are
saying.
part of this
Yeah,
void
yeah,
creation.
it goes into things that are really cool. So it's like, so I'm
Yeah.
just practitioners out there, don't be afraid of it. Just explore it, because it can go someplace really cool. And if you want to know more about it, go to level 2. The forum actually, you know, like you're saying there, but level 2, we teach you how to work with it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good stuff.
Mhm.